Bonjour and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your messages from your ancestors for February. So I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good month so far. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the Chariot card and the Tower card. If you do not know what your Tarot birth card is, I have dropped you a link in the description box below to a short instructional video on how to work it out. I'm going to be using oracle decks and a tarot deck to channel messages from your ancestors and your past on loved ones, so some messages may be triggering, and obviously it's a general reading, so take what resonates and drop what does not. If you're interested in the cards, I have reviewed all of those decks on my channel and there'll be a link to their respective reviews in the description box below too. So if you would like to connect to the energies of my deck, now is the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle it. So what do my Aquarians born under the Chariot card and the Tower cards need to hear from their ancestors for their highest good, please? So I'm going to grab a couple of cards from this oracle deck and a couple from the next one, and then we'll go through the messages together. Oh, okay, that one wanted to come out, so I'll take it. Okay, so from the first deck we have card 16, Merak, Embrace Oneness with the Universe, and card 35, Vertigo, Whatever you choose will be correct. Now I really like this card. And from this deck we have card number 1, Growth, and card 27, Redemption. Okay, so with the card Redemption, the message I'm getting is that there is something that you hold yourself responsible for. Now, obviously this will vary according to who you are and your circumstances, but there is something that's within you, and you hold yourself responsible for it, and you're now ready to accept it, accept that it happened. And this is a big step. Okay, this is, I'm getting the energy that this is very significant, very important, because it may have stopped you from feeling whole and from evolving, you know, like growing on your spiritual path, on your emotional path, whatever the case may be. But this message here is very clear in a sense that this is now you embracing who you are regardless of what happened. So whatever this is you going, do you know what, okay, I've done this, or this happened, and I'm done beating myself up about it, and you know, I'm going to move on from that. And this is a very important thing. It's a very, very, very key moment, and that's why it's right next to the word, to the other one, which is growth. Okay, so I love the this card, I must say. I think it's beautiful because it's like the picture of an ancestor watching you growing. Okay, you're a seedling right now, and the first step was to accept whatever happened. Okay, that's what that redemption card is talking to me very loudly. You just accept it, that's it, and you embrace it because you understand that this is part of who you are, this is how you grow. And so this is a very, very pivotal moment for you. And if you're not aware of it consciously, this is what's happening. You know, your ancestors are trying to make you aware of it, that this is the beginning of something. You are growing into something much bigger. And then we move on to the embrace oneness with the universe, and whatever you choose will be correct. So because of this, you know, acceptance, which is triggering that growth, that you know, evolution within yourself, this is obviously pushing you towards some kind of a crossroad, you know, having to make a decision. Where do I go from there? Now that I've asked for redemption, you know, now that I've accepted and assimilated what happened or what I did or what decision I made, whatever the case may be, what do I do with it? Okay, because you're the little seedling here, okay? And your ancestors or past on loved ones, if you've got someone who passed on recently, are saying to you, whatever you choose will be correct. There is no right or wrong as long as you embrace who you really are. And the way that they're trying to lead you towards the right path, or the better path, should I say, for you, is they're saying to feel your connection with the universe. We are all energies, okay? We're all linked to each other and linked to God or the creator, source, whatever you want to call this. So embrace oneness with the universe, and you can see, you know, someone barefoot treading on the grass amongst the flowers. So it's talking about do something that feels right. Now is the time for you to leave the past behind. Whatever happened, and you're given a chance. You know, you've just been planted now, and it's like you have that door in front of you, and they're saying to you, all the keys represent all of the choices you could make, but all the keys are going to open the door. That's what they're saying to me. And you need to choose the one that feels the most natural to you. You know, the one that will make you feel connected and in flow. I hope this makes sense, because I'm just telling you exactly what I'm hearing in my head. So let me grab my tarot deck and clarify all of this. So can you clarify those messages, please? And the thing is they're saying by the choice, the actions that you're going to make in the future, which obviously is that period of growth for you, this is how you gain redemption. You accept things and then you do things towards mending, is what they're saying. I hope this makes sense. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Sun, the best card in the deck, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Alright, 2 knights. Now the bottom of the deck is the energy at work that's working behind the scene, and you may not be aware of it. Sorry, I need to do this, otherwise I won't be able to put my deck down. And it's the Nine of Pentacles. Now this is a beautiful energy. The 9 in the Tower represent achievement, and the Pentacles represent the physical body, so it's everyday life. This is a card that talks about being prosperous and abundant, but having gotten to that stage through diligent work, through working hard, through developing and honing your skills. And obviously this can be in your career on a financial level, but it can also be emotionally, because the coins do represent the body, and you know we have an emotional body. And so this is a card that also has the message of, you know, feeling confident, because you know you can stand on your own 2 feet, and through your hard work you got that status, you got to that stage. So this is the energy that's pushing you, okay? That your ancestors are trying to get you to this stage of 9 of Pentacles energy, of prosperity, abundance, confidence, independence, you know, all of that good stuff. Let me put it there. I hope you can still see it. So we have 3 court cards. So when I talk about the court cards, bear in mind no genders attached, just the energy or the characteristic of both cards. And it's really interesting to see that you've got a Queen under embrace oneness with the universe, because the Queens represents the yin energy, the passive energy, understanding, patience, receptivity. Swords represent the mental realm. This is clarity. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has gained clarity, somebody who cuts through the BS, someone who's loyal and true to who they are, okay? And so the Queen of Swords now knows that what they need to do in order to grow and make a decision. This is a very good card of clarity when you're having to choose, which is what you've got here. Whatever you choose will be correct. The Queen of Swords will look at things from a factual point of view, and just go for it, basically, because the sword suit is also a very decisive suit. It's very important to remember this. This is not, this is a movable suit. And then we've got the Sun under the whatever you choose will be correct. I mean, you couldn't have a better card there, because the Sun is the ultimate success, triumph, victory. It's you know, the warmth of the Sun gets rid of any negativity in any type of readings. It's also a card that says that things will be enlightened. In other words, if you're not sure about what to choose, the Sun will shed some light on all of those keys and which one is going to be the right one for you. That's why you've got this Queen of Swords here. Okay, this Queen of Swords is the clarity and the success that comes from it. So this is a very good combination, particularly where they are in your with the Oracle cards. And then with growth, we have the Knight of Cups. Now, I want to talk about this because you've got two knights. Now, knights represents things moving forwards. This is really, you know, action, forward movements. The cups is the water element and represent the emotional body. The wands represent your spirit, your passion, and they are fire energy. So the water puts out the fire, and they are next to each other. This is something I need to tell you because there's a deep message here. The Knight of Wands is under redemption. The Knight of Wands acts without really thinking about consequences. There is a certain idea of extreme with the Knight of Wands, and so the Knight of Cups is someone who's going to take action towards their dream life. The Knight of Cups holds a cup with the water in it, which represents your ideal love, your ideal career, your ideal life, generally speaking. And because it's positioned under growth, this is you taking the reins and going in the path and the direction of what you want to have in your life. And the fact that the Knight of Wands is under redemption, to me, is a message of, okay, this happened because maybe you followed a path where you didn't think about the consequences. You know, you kind of got overtaken by your spirit, by the desire to do something, and this brought you this kind of need to ask for redemption, you know, because the Knight of Wands does not think about the consequences. I see this as that. As I said, they can be triggering messages, and do not think I'm judging. This is absolutely not what this is, okay? And trust me, I've messed up many times in my life. But this is what I'm seeing, because the Knight, it looks like he's looking at her as well. So the redemption, as I was talking to you at the beginning of the reading, is about owning what's gone wrong and, you know, embracing it. Okay, this is what happened, this is what I did, you know, I'm sorry, I'm going to make things better, kind of thing. And that happened because of following maybe too much passions, desires, and not thinking about consequences. But because of this, there's growth, and there's you taking the reins of your own life in your hands and moving on from this. So it's very important that you do not focus too much on the redemption aspect, but that you focus more on the growth and the fact that now you have the reins of your life in your hands, and you need to choose, but choose in accordance with what feels right to you. And also using your experience for that, you know, whatever the Knight of Wands did that's calling for redemption, the Queen of Swords will analyze that. This is the mental power of analysis and learning from experiences that we have. The Queen of Swords will know what to choose in order to be in the flow with the universe, if that makes sense. And this is going to be very successful for you. You have the Sun here, the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it is a very, very good message from your ancestors that are telling you to trust. So I'm going to grab a couple of final messages for you. So can we have some closing messages for my Aquarians, please? And you know, being born under the Chariot card and the Tower card, you are used to, you know, things changing abruptly, having challenges that you need to overcome, and I'm unsurprised to see the Knight of Wands, you know, showing up, because the Knight of Wands doesn't do things halfway. And I believe that's why it's there. And it's fine, you know, we learn from that, we gain experience, we grow, and we move on. So we have reveal what needs to be seen, okay? So if there is, to me that's a direct link to this redemption card, because this is total acceptance of what happened. So if you've been bottling up something you regret doing, or you feel ashamed of, or you've experienced any kind of negative feelings about it, guilt, whatever the case may be, your ancestors are urging you to embrace this energy of redemption. Admit to it, open up to it, be in acceptance, and feel things will unlock. Do not leave those things in the dark or buried, is what they're saying. And your final message is make time for self-love. Again, don't judge. Okay, don't judge. Everyone messes up at some point in their life. So make sure that you have time with yourself, where actually you are your number one fan, your best friend, and you take care of yourself, so that you can get to that energy of the Nine of Pentacles, where you are prosperous, abundant, independent, and confident, because you trust yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a fantastic end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.